guys, welcome back to the vlogs. I'm gonna have to start finding something else to say at the beginning of these because that's gonna get really old. We just went to Millstone's Family Restaurant for breakfast, which 10 out of 10 was delightful. On our way there, or technically it started last night, David was saying that he wants to get all of his staff together on like a weekday evening, he thinks like Wednesday evenings or whatever, and climb this like, it's not a mountain, obviously in Rapid City there's no mountains, but it's like a hill. And you know how a lot of towns have those like hills with the letters on them? It's that, and you can hike up to the letters. So we were like, oh yeah, that'd be fun. And then we were like, but at what point do you start? Because right now it's probably gonna be really muddy. Well, on our way to the restaurant, we saw a bunch of people hiking it already. So we have decided to try it out right now. But I'm really excited. It's so nice outside. It's like 60 degrees outside right now.
The park where this hike is at is honestly really cute. Like, it has the little bridge and the little river. Looking at the ground is how we kind of decided that it might be okay to do this hike. Obviously, right about here, we realized we were in fact incorrect. There were giant puddles of water. Where it wasn't water, it had been packed down and refrozen, and so every time you stepped anywhere, you were just slipping all over the place. It was basically just an ice hill. We had committed thus far, though, so we just went for it. There were only a couple close calls, but no casualties, except for my shoes. My shoes will, in fact, never be the same again. We did eventually make it to the top, and to me, Rapid City is not that pretty of a city, but at least there was, accomplishment there. We felt good about ourselves. We did realize that we had to do that same hike going down, which I was a little bit more concerned about. But again, nobody fell over. I did make David explore this cave with me because it was down near like the start of the hike. Kind of let down, but we did have a good time. The hike was a good time, and it will be a lot more fun in summer.
Well, guys, I officially heard back from the retailer of Verizon yesterday. They scheduled me for an interview at 11 o'clock today. I went to that interview. I just got home. And to say it did not go quite as planned is a bit of an understatement.
Okay, editing Delaney here. I'm just now realizing that I did an awful job at explaining how this interview went. Let me just start off by saying I'm somebody who's incredibly lucky, and although I worked on it to get this way, I do not lack confidence. Like, I don't struggle with confidence. I don't struggle with having conversations with strangers. It's not something that I have an issue with. So interviews don't intimidate me. Like, I get nervous, but I'm able to just like snap on my personality and like own the room kind of situation when I'm put in situations like that. So I went into this interview not only with that personality, because that's who I am, but also with 3 years of experience in this exact industry. Like, I started out as a sales rep selling phones. I was promoted to assistant manager. I've moved multiple times with the industry to move up through the company. I got all the way up to being a manager. So not only did this specific interview not intimidate me because of my personality, but I also wasn't nervous because I could speak to the industry and I could speak numbers and I knew exactly what was going on, what the industry was like, how it works, what's expected from even like a manager's perspective down. Like, I went into this like, if I were interviewing me, what would impress me? I didn't really view it as this person might find me scary. which is kind of exactly what happened. And I did feel really bad about it. I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I wasn't arrogant. I wasn't mean by any means, but she was very, very timid. I walked in. There were two girls sitting at the counter. I walked over to them. I said, "Hey, I'm Delaney. I'm here for an interview." One of the girls stood up, came walking around the counter, and she went to kind of like walk by me. Like, she had hardly made eye contact with me at this point. And she kind of went to go walk around me, but I like stopped her because when I was doing interviews, one, on the phone, when I called them to schedule the interview, it was like a conversation of dress business casual, bring your resume. I did a follow-up text telling them the address of where they're going, like reiterating the date and the time, all of those things. She didn't do any of those things. But she went to go like kind of walk by me, but I kind of stopped her, put out my hand, introduced myself, handed her my resume. And at this point, she kind of seemed like a little bit shocked, but I just went with it, you know? So we walked down this tiny little hallway into her office, which is tiny, and we were sitting very awkwardly close together, like almost knees to knees, no table in between us, just both in two little rolly chairs. And it was like a very casual conversation vibe, not like a interview vibe. I feel like if you add a table in between you, it just adds that level of intimidation. But it was casual. It was easy to not overthink things, get nervous, anything like that. The only thing in interviews that I'm bad at is rambling, and that's because I can talk to anything. I could talk to a wall. Like, anyway, so we sit down and she starts asking me questions. And keep in mind, interview from start to finish was 9 minutes long. 9 minutes. She asks me the first question, but she's holding like a clipboard with a piece of paper and still has like hardly yet made any amount of eye contact with me. She asks me like, "Why did you pick Verizon?" And I was like, "Well, I've been in cell phone sales for the last 3 years. Can't work at T-Mobile, so I figured Verizon would be an easy transition." And she was like, "Okay, yeah, makes sense." And when I tell you she spoke at this volume, I'm not joking. Like, I was like, what? So then she asks me the next question, which was something like, "Tell me about a time that you made a mistake and had to fix it," or something along those lines. And I answered the question. Like, in cell phone sales, you make a lot of freaking mistakes. Like, it wasn't difficult. These weren't hard questions. Anyway, answer the question. She, for the first time, kind of like glances up at me and just like under her breath kind of goes, "Wow, I really like that answer. That's a really good answer." And then looks back down and looks at the next question and goes, "You already answered this one. Okay. Tell me about a time that you weren't getting along with a coworker. How did you handle that situation?" And in my normal tone, I'm like, "Oh yeah, this one time, this is what happened. This is how we handled it. We're actually really good friends now. Whatever." Just in my normal tone. And it was at about this time that I realized this girl was like genuinely almost afraid of me. Like, she was kind of like shrinking back into her chair and almost visibly like shaking. I don't know how long she's been the manager there. I don't know. She definitely was significantly more nervous than I was to be in that situation. And I think my personality on top of that really, really shook her. So as we're going, I'm trying to like slowly dial back my personality because I'm not trying to scare this girl. Like, I genuinely almost asked her if she was okay. Like, I almost was like, "Time out, hold on. I'm a very nice person. We can just have like a conversation. Like, breathe." But it was pretty much right after that where she kind of brought up, like, "What's your availability like?" And I was like, "Well, I definitely want Sunday, Monday off, but I only want to work 3 days a week." And she was like, "Oh, we only do full time." I was like, "Okay, that's fine. full-time hours or full-time days, because I could work like 10 hours, 4 days a week, go up one day, work full-time hours, but I want to have multiple days off because obviously I want to focus on YouTube. And I did tell her I do YouTube and that's my main priority. And she was like, no, we have to do like 5 days and this is the opening shift and this is the closing shift. And I said, okay, that's fine. If things change in the future, just let me know. Like, I think I'd be really good at this and, I would love to work here. So if part-time ever becomes available in the future, just let me know. And she was like shocked again because I'm kind of like ending this interview here. Like, there's no reason in wasting either of our times if that's the case, right? So she didn't really say anything. She was just like shocked. And so I kind of was just like, well, it was really nice meeting you. I stood up, I shook her hand, and I left. And I can tell that this girl just like had no idea what just happened. She was lost. I think she sat there in shock after I left. And I felt so bad, but also like I didn't do anything wrong. I was just me. Yeah. Learning experience. Maybe I need to come in a bit softer, and she definitely needs to work on her confidence levels. I don't know that I've gone into much detail about my dislike for, I think I've talked about how I don't like the apartments, but primarily I don't like the office lady named Cheryl. So we have the Luxor system for deliveries and like packages and things. So you could like get a app notification, you walk up to it, you click open door, it unlocks the door, you get your package, you shut the door, right? Well, I went shopping at Walmart and they didn't have like the Band-Aids that I like, so they shipped them to me. Cool, great, fine, whatever. But when I went to go pick it up from the Luxor box, I would click open door and it wouldn't open. It was just stuck. So I went onto the Luxor app, did like request help, and when I said that the door wouldn't open, they were like, reach out to your like community manager or whatever, and they can open it for you. And I was like, absolutely not. Nope. Locker 36 can keep my Band-Aids, thanks. Well, it's been about a week, and I got another Luxor notification, and it was like from property management, and it was saying that they had a package in the Luxor thing. I was like, what the heck? Okay, went to go get it. My Band-Aid sat there so long that they, without any like notice from me, opened the locker, took it out, put it in another locker, and resent me a notification to go get them. So, I got my Band-Aids. That's nice. And I got the t-shirts I ordered. Hopefully they're cute and they fit. I don't think I'm gonna do a try-on haul because that is so much work. But I'll like show you guys everything that I got. This black shirt I'm wearing, I did get like the perfect frumpy, loose shirt. I got the exact same one in like this cute lavender, like periwinkle color. I'm going to try to avoid calling everything cute. But I got a couple of these like really good sports bras, just basic. And then I got a bunch of matching sets. So we have the sports bra that goes with that t-shirt. And all of this stuff is from Target. I'll let you know what's from Princess Polly. The pants that go with the set. They have pockets. There is this set, but it didn't quite come in a big enough size, and I don't know, like, worst case scenario is it's a bit more sports bra-like, where it like compresses better, but I also don't like to feel restricted in anything, so I'm probably gonna return this set, just cause, but pink sports bra with the pink pants. Then I got some shorts because I like to wear biker shorts under like giant long t-shirts. But these shorts with, again, matching sports bra. And I think this is the exact same set, but in blue. Again, matching sports bra. This one's a little bit different. So the sports bra has a little bit different like sleeves or straps, not sleeves. Pants. And then black biker shorts. This was like $8, so I went ahead and got this because I think it's super cute. An oversized Levi's t-shirt. So all of that's from Target. The stuff I got from Princess Polly. My one beef with Princess Polly is that it's so much plastic in their shipping. Like, comes in a plastic bag and then each individual item is wrapped in plastic. I think they could lose that, but whatever. Really hoping these are like oversized enough. Yeah, I think so. This one's really cute. It's just a pink t-shirt with a little bow. And then it's just, I don't know how far back I need to get, but they're oversized enough to where you'll be able to see like a little bit of the biker shorts underneath, and then that way it doesn't look like I'm naked. Like that one. Oh, this one looks quite big. This one might be a little bit too big. This one goes down to my knees. Maybe. Might need a smaller size in this one. It's cute though. Maybe I could like tie it up. Might have overestimated that. I kind of just got the biggest size available in all of them because I like them big, but that's a little bit too big. This is that moment, if you guys have been here since Vlogmas, where I went through all my clothes and I was like, shh, I'm gonna replace everything. This is that moment. These are like the perfect material too though, like so soft and like loungy, just like frumpy, which I know is not the most positive term, but that's how I like to dress. Yeah, like this with like the little blue shorts underneath and like platform tennis shoes. Oh, so cute. We're also going to England this summer, so I'm kind of like buying things to be able to walk about 10,000 miles because David and I were talking about what we want to do while we're there. And like, yes, we're there to visit family, but around where he lives, apparently there's like a lot of walking paths and things. So there's like some days where we're planning on walking like 14 miles. So this one says send nudes. So cute. Anyway, that's everything I got. I am gonna place an Amazon order for some like oversized hoodies and things. And bandanas. Because I used to have every color of bandana known to mankind, and I wear them like little bows in my hair. However, the longer you wear a bandana, the more stretched out it gets. And you know, like sometimes you wanna wash them, but then they stop like, you need them kind of stiff so that they stay in like bow form. Otherwise they just flop down, like very sad ears, and then they're not cute. So I threw away all of my bandanas like probably like last year and never replaced them. And I miss my bandana vibe. I feel like that version of me needs to come back. So we're gonna buy a pack of just like all the bandana colors. And then you guys are about to meet a whole new Delaney. Delaney plus Sun. That is me in my best form. Okay, I changed because I'm about to take the dogs on a walk, and I figured I might as well wear one of these cute new matching sets. I figured I'd show you guys. So, sports bra, leggings, which you can't really see, and then I'm gonna put this t-shirt on top, and I'm going to be all one color, which is very satisfying to my brain. I love matching sets.